Project Lego. After the October 7th terror attack, when we sat to map the needs of Kibbutz Reim's young members, among the many requests stood humble the words of Shachar. Something with Lego. Now, the kibbutz kids have received many donations of toys, among them numerous Lego sets. So this made no sense. Even more so when we met her brother Tzuf, a 19-year-old teenager. Thing is, Tzuf has autism. After the terror attack, Tzuf's years-long daily routine of Lego building, which provided him comfort and stability, was disrupted. For people with autism, any routine break is very difficult. For Tzuf, torn apart from his home and Lego collection, it was, and still is, devastating. Under Project 24, we prompted collaboration with Jared Greenman, owner of Funky Monkey, a local New York toy store. As we are not about donations, we set out to have Tzuf himself choose a new Lego set directly from the store via Zoom.
Is this one something that would be interesting to you?
Very, very much. It's my dream to have it.
Which was heartwarming and generous on behalf of Jared,
I wish you happy Hanukkah.
who immediately suggested,
We have some other gifts to give to the children on the kibbutz.
but we wanted to extend the involvement even further by having the Scarsdale Jewish community engaged. How? Simply by reaching out, telling them about Jared's actions and inviting them to take part. And they did. Parents came with their young kids, purchased a gift, wrapped it, and added a personal Hanukkah greeting card, each family to a different child. Yet we weren't done. These Hanukkah gifts were sent on behalf of Tzuf, which empowered him when he got to deliver them to the kibbutz kids. To wrap it up, by this involvement, we helped support Tzuf and his family, while giving meaning to Jared of Funky Monkey's generosity, alongside local publicity. We made the 40 children of Kibbutz Reim happy, empowered the people of Scarsdale's Jewish community that worked together, and brought joy and some comfort to one Ima, who will be collecting Lego pieces from the floor for the coming month. It's a date. How does it work? We created an online kosher Israeli wine shop, offering top quality wines from the north of Israel, an area deeply affected by the war. You can order wines for yourself or send them as a gift for occasions like bar mitzvahs or weddings. That's mitzvah number 1, supporting northern Israeli wineries. Then, we take the profits and turn them into restaurant vouchers for soldiers returning from reserve duty and displaced kibbutz families, giving them a much-needed night out. That's mitzvah number 2. Finally, we partner with Israeli restaurants impacted by the war, providing them with new customers and support. That's mitzvah number 3. We launched this project just 1 week before Passover last year, and in 1 week alone, we sold over $100,000 worth of wine, helping soldiers and kibbutz families enjoy dinner dates. We continue to grow this project, creating more opportunities to give throughout the year. Project Miami Shkelon. Meet Uriah, 14 years old from Netiv HaAsara. On the morning of October 7th, Uriah lost his father, who left the family bomb shelter to meet the terrorists approaching their home, saving the rest of his family. Uriah's superpower is playing basketball. Meet Sagi, Uriah's basketball coach. When we met with Sagi, he told us that since October 7th, he has been unable to bring his team together to practice and play basketball together. Realizing the importance of creating some sense of normalcy together for them, we knew we had to help. Sagi asked for a central court and a van to gather the team. We thought bigger and brought all 26 players, Sagi, and his assistants to Florida for a week-long basketball healing camp, hosted by our 3 Project 24 communities, Miami, Hollywood, and Boca Raton.
A youth basketball team from Israel
playing with purpose here in South Florida.
Project 24 is the group that came up with this idea.
This trip goes far beyond the court.
For an entire week, the boys played basketball, supported by the warm hospitality of hundreds of Jewish community members. Local leaders engaged their communities to host, plan events, sponsor tickets, and connect the team with basketball stars.
Israel has an amazing history of basketball.
The week ended with hugs and lifelong friendships, deeply meaningful for both the Israelis and their hosts. Returning to Israel, we knew this project would set the tone for future delegations, and it has. Go. Project Safe Waters. Meet Sagi, 16 years old from Kibbutz Re'im. Sagi and his swimming buddies have been swimming together since they can remember. Swimming, it's their superpower. On the morning of October 7th, Sagi, his father and brother, were ambushed by Hamas terrorists as they tried to reach a safer shelter. Their car was hit by 21 bullets, with one puncturing Sagi's lung. Thankfully, they made it to safety, and Sagi survived. So what did we do this time? We took Sagi and his swim team to New York so they can be back in safe waters. Hosted by the Project 24 communities in Princeton, New York City, and Westchester, they even trained with Princeton University's swim team. Once again, we witnessed the win-win magic. The Israelis found healing and reconnection, while the hosting communities were inspired by their resilience and courage. The bonds formed were deep, meaningful, and life-changing. Project Or Gadol. 2 delegations down, and so much impact created, we were ready for the third. Once again, we searched for a source of strength. Once again, we found it in basketball, and in a group of young men nearing their army service, moments before official adulthood in Israel. Among them was Noam Or, a 17-year-old from Kibbutz Be'eri. He endured 50 days as a hostage in Gaza with his sister, and lost both his parents on that tragic day. His heartbreaking story was one of many horrific stories his teammates shared. At the same time, we connected with the Jewish communities from Port Washington and New York City, both deeply committed to Israel and years of experience in people-to-people engagement. Within moments, they said, "Bring them." Throughout the trip, the boys played basketball games at local Jewish schools and community centers, returning to the sport that empowers them and restores a sense of normalcy. But beyond the games, their presence brought a unique energy that resonated through the neighborhood. The local Jewish community grew deeply attached to these young men, forming significant connections through shared conversations, interactions, and a bond that was as profound as their pain, as powerful as their resilience, and as enduring as the friendships that formed. Project Cyclists. These delegations, united by a shared superpower wrapped in the warmth of Jewish hosting communities, created so much good. You bet we kept on creating more of these. For example, our delegation of adult cyclists, who were out on their usual Saturday morning ride on October 7th when they encountered the horrific Hamas terrorists. Recently, they embarked on a healing cycling trip through Columbus and Westchester. Together, they rode the scenic trails, finding moments of peace and solidarity as they rebuilt their strength and spirit, one pedal at a time.
Finishing 100 miles, healing the people of Israel, healing the Jewish people, healing people with cancer, healing our world.
What made this delegation especially meaningful was a cyclist opportunity to participate in Pelotonia, a charity ride supporting cancer research. From needing their own healing, they transitioned to paying forward the healing energy to others, turning their recovery into a source of hope for many. This is only part of what we did together in year 1 of Project 24. Where will year 2 take us? We have some ideas. Join us as we continue moving forward together.
Ready, guys? Thank you, Project 24.